Good evening, everyone. My name is Brennan. Welcome back to the observatory. As you can see, I got the big light bucket out tonight. We're going to be doing some planetary imaging, and it looks like we have some decent seeing on the forecast. So don't get these opportunities too often here in Iowa. So what we're going to do is pull off the plane wave and install the 12-inch F4 Newtonian and do some planetary imaging. So this will be a little bit of a challenge to remove this imaging setup here, but we'll go ahead and take it off, and then we'll run through Collimation because this hasn't been used in probably a couple years now. So she's a little dusty, needs a little cleaning, a little Collimation, and then yeah, we'll get to some imaging tonight. And we got the moon as a target, and we also have Jupiter. So Jupiter will be going down a little bit as the night goes on. So we'll kind of see what we can actually capture tonight. So looking forward to it, and let's hop on into it. Alrighty, so I think we have decent collimation, and essentially what I did here, this is a new method that I just learned here. This is the Barlow method here. So essentially what I did was I took first off I did a collimation cap to center my secondary, and then here I have a laser into a Barlow, and on the inside here what I did is I actually get this all adjusted right here. I put a cap here with a center hole in it. It bounces down off of the primary mirror, as you can see. Bounces back to here, and then basically you center the center ring around the hole here, and you get proper collimation. So we won't know exactly how it goes here, but honestly, we're going to take a look here at the moon and see what we can see. So let's go ahead and slew to the moon and just kind of get an idea. We'll check on a defocused star once we get a little more darkness here. So let's go ahead and slew the mountain. I do see Jupiter over here. That's a good sign. I see light from the moon. I'm going to destroy my eyes here in a second. It is not perfectly aligned. There she is. All right. So check out this view here. This is a really low quality Barlow I put in here. Holy cow, that detail's incredible. I need to get over to Jupiter here soon. Time is of the essence to make good use of this seeing. Man, that's incredible. Let's go ahead and just slew to Jupiter right now. Take you along for the ride. Actually, I'm going to sync to target. Enter. Sync successful. All right, we're going to Jupiter, guys. Heck yeah. All right, let's go ahead and center that in there. And we're going to change our exposure here. See if we can see some moons. Check that out, guys. Incredible. Red spot should be coming around the limb here shortly. I don't believe it is just yet. But honestly, we're gonna give this a shot with a 5X ball. All right, here's a quick view off of my Sony A7 III with a 5X Barlow. Honestly, it looks pretty dang amazing. Got the nice striations visible. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the camera set up through my computer, and then we will start some imaging here. Yeah, right now we're trying to get as much imaging done before the Jupiter goes too low above the western horizon. So really happy with what we're seeing so far, and let me go ahead and make some changes here, and we will flip over to the astronomy camera. And before I get ahead of myself, I'd like to give this a look for myself. So let's go ahead and see what we can see. Wow, that is a really nice Jupiter. So I gotta dial in my focus here. Incredible. I'm not getting much atmosphere at all right now. This is incredible. All right. Put the imaging camera on, and we will pull it up on the Sharpcap. Here's some of the best imaging I've seen so far. Starting to get a little more waviness here, but there was actually a really good period of time there. Just doing a couple more captures here on Jupiter. It is starting to get a little lower, so we will be moving over to maybe do a couple shots on the moon. Check this out. And here's where we're shooting. Adjust my exposure here. And you can see Jupiter over there. Moon's still pretty high. So we're gonna go ahead and try to capture that next. So these LEDs do not like this camera. All right, we're gonna finish off with Jupiter here and just take a quick shot with my Sony A7 III. We'll just see kind of how this turns out here. Then we're gonna go shoot the moon for a little bit here, get maybe a couple shots here, some nice close-up detail shots. So let me get a few minutes here. And we're going to finish the night off with some views of the moon. So let's go ahead and slew to the moon. Look at that view. Unreal. Gonna go ahead and take a shot of this. So I had a pretty decent night of imaging tonight. It is just after midnight, and I captured quite a few videos, 50 gigabytes worth. And so I started with Jupiter until that got a little too low, captured the great red spot, and then yeah, now we moved on to the moon, captured some detailed moon shots. Really looking forward to seeing how these shots all turn out. Atmosphere was decent tonight for Iowa standards, but unfortunately probably not incredible. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this data over to my hard drive, take it inside, process all the images, and then I will roll these at the end of the video. So I really appreciate you guys stopping out and watching my videos, and be sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you guys enjoy the content. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a few more nights in with the big light bucket here. and then we'll go back to the deep space imaging. So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.